What is up, Evil Crew? We are doing an update on Storm Area 51 story, as you guys had so many questions you wanted us to cover, and we have uncovered incredible true stories of people who have already stormed Area 51. You guys are gonna want to hear this.
To hear what they found inside and what happened to them, and to get all of your questions answered, be sure you watch this video until the very end.
We also uncovered another incredible story of a man who snuck into Area 51. You guys, this is an amazing story, okay? He spent 7 days hiking to and around the test site to the location of S4 and Area 51, and he made it out undetected. This is a story you guys have to hear. It's almost too freaking crazy to be believable, guys. But before we can get into this, guys, we have to do a really quick recap, so please bear with us. For those who don't know what we're talking about and are new to this channel, you guys, we are going to give a quick recap of the Storm Area 51 event.
Storm Area 51 is a Facebook event that has gone viral. Over 1 million people are pledging to go to Area 51 on September 20th and storm into the base. We want to make it clear now, we have nothing to do with the creation of this event, and we do not encourage anyone to storm Area 51 or do anything illegal. We are just here to give you guys the facts.
That's right, guys, and we are putting this up front because last time we put it at the end of the video, people didn't watch it to the end, and they seemed to think that we were suggesting that people go to Area 51 and to actually try to storm the base. That is not what we are about, and that is not what we are saying. So now with that out of the way, let's go.
So guys, according to the page, they're all gonna meet up at the Area 51 Alien Center tourist attraction and coordinate their entry. If we Naruto run, we can move faster than their bullets. Let's see them aliens.
If it's not apparent now, guys, this is absolutely was made as a joke. It was obviously a joke for multiple reasons, which you guys can go and watch our last video and we get into that a lot more deep. But this was clearly a joke. No one's gonna outrun bullets doing a Naruto style. And the people who don't seem to know what a Naruto run is, they actually believe that that's what people are saying. They're actually gonna outrun the bullets.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of funny to watch these people who have no idea what that means and they actually are taking it seriously, are telling people how there's no way they can outrun a 50 cal bullet. There's no way they can run out of this. Guys, it's literally a freaking joke.
Yeah, but it has blown up, and even though it's clearly a joke, it sounds like some people may actually attempt to storm the base.
I mean, you know, some people are going to show up even though they might be on the wrong side of the base. A few of them are going to show up on the right side, you guys.
Let us know what you think will happen if any number of people actually decide to storm the base in the comments down below, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe.
If this video reaches 100,000 likes, guys, we will head out to Area 51 as soon as possible, and we will just go and check out and see if they're moving any equipment around. We'll see if there's any major changes happening out there, if they're actually taking this joke seriously.
If the security's acting different, maybe more aggressive, who knows? So make sure you guys smash the like button. Be sure to check the links to our Area 51 videos in the description below for exclusive footage not seen anywhere else on YouTube after watching this video.
Now to the incredible story of people who actually stormed Area 51. Let's go back to 1983. This is a little known story and we can't really find much because it's such a long time ago to actually validate this story, but back in 1983, a group of 4 Greenpeace volunteers, they snuck into the base. They came from the east, they snuck into the base to Papoose Lake where Bob Lazar supposedly worked on alien aircraft, you guys. They made it all the way there. This was before Bob Lazar claimed that he was working there. According to Greenpeace, they came across no heavy security and saw no secret saucer bases. It was just a dry lake bed. When they reached the test site, they were all arrested and cited.
That was probably easy to arrest for them compared to how many that might show up to storm Area 51.
And now that was a long time ago, guys, so security is most likely, everything is probably changed on the base and
probably ramped up.
Exactly. Which takes us to another incredible story, you guys. You probably never heard this story, but it's by a man named Jerry Freeman.
Okay guys, for years Jerry tried to get permission to enter the base to retrace the steps of the 49ers who got lost in what is today Papoose Dry Lake. It was the only section of the entire route that his archaeology group hadn't yet explored.
The Air Force denied him to ever have entry to retrace the historical route.
Yeah, he tried for like 5 years, you guys, and they said no, he would never be allowed to go on there to retrace it.
That's right, so Jerry decided he would sneak into the base and trek a 7-day, 100-mile hike through what the Las Vegas Sun described as through the Nevada test site and near, if not in, the secret Area 51.
According to the Las Vegas Sun, Freeman came to the Sun because he wanted a neutral party he trusted to know when and why he was going in.
He was worried about the rumors of people entering Area 51 only to disappear and never be seen again. He took his cell phone with him with plans to call his wife and the Las Vegas Sun reporter with updates in code on his progress.
And what's so weird about this, guys, is this was all the way back in 1997, and he was actually able to make phone calls inside the base in certain locations. But just wait, you guys, what he found inside there was actually kind of disturbing and really, really creepy.
It also might might be what they're hiding from you guys and from us, and why it's so secret in there. Some of the things he saw were pretty insane.
So Jerry began on his hike, sneaking into the base. 10 hours into his hike, he stopped dead in his tracks. The entire valley in front of him held a huge, eerie, strange facility, and he decided to call it the City of the Dead. It looked like it had been completely abandoned, full of what he described to be bizarre-looking structures and portable trailers filling the entire valley, you guys.
Upon closer look with his binoculars, he realized there were guards patrolling this facility freaking everywhere. The entire place was locked down with guards everywhere. So guys, this is kind of really a creepy thing for him to find, because it's like in the middle of the base. It's completely locked down.
It seemed to really freak him out.
Yeah, he literally called it the City of the Dead. He's like, here's an entire city like of many buildings and trailers, and it's guarded around the perimeter, like tons of guards everywhere, guys. And I know a lot of people seem to trust the government blindly, but we cannot forget the fact that there have been some really awful things that our government has done to our own people.
Not even conspiracy theories, you guys. Things that have been completely confirmed.
Exactly. You could even investigate this on the CIA website if you want. For example, the MK Ultra experiments, guys. Go ahead and look into that. Really crazy stuff our government does to its own people. Also, look into the Tuskegee experiments where they tested on their own people some really brutal stuff. You guys can go ahead and look into that if you want to, but just realize the government has done some really bad stuff to us in the past, and who's to say they're not doing it now, and who's to say they're not doing it literally on this base, you guys.
That sounds so weird. Who knows what the heck they're really guarding there, and why is it so heavily guarded if it appears to be like mainly abandoned?
Exactly. It sounds like a really creepy place, guys.
So let us know what you guys think. What do you think could be going on in there? Be sure to let us know right now in the comments below.
So one of the buildings in particular that caught Jerry's attention is a building constructed of block and surrounded with chain link, with a single window emitting a radiant pulsing glow. That is freaking creepy. A sign outside the facility read Los Alamos National Laboratories Limited.
Now, according to their website, they're a federally funded research and development center.
He managed to sneak around this facility and made it to Papoose Lake after 5 days of traveling, but was unable to find the inscription he was looking for. Out of water, he had to head back to the base, managing to escape without being caught.
What he did see at Papoose Lake was this, quote, near the mountainous side of Papoose, I saw lights, security vehicles, hangar doors opening and closing. I don't profess to know.
My purpose for intruding here was not to document UFO sightings, nor was I here to compromise national security. You have to admit, that's pretty interesting that he saw lights and he saw like possible doors opening and closing. He saw some weird stuff in the exact area where Bob Lazar claims to have worked on S4. You can literally see a photograph where he was at on Google. If you guys go ahead and search for Jerry Freeman, Nellis Range, or whatever, you guys will be able to pull up an image of him actually standing on Papoose Lake.
And it's so weird that not very many people have covered the story, you guys. We have never seen anyone else covering it. Someone who actually
spent a week walking around and hiking around the freaking base. That's insane. This guy literally hiked around the base, you guys. He would make phone calls on his cell phone way back in the 90s using his phone on the base.
And he managed to escape undetected.
That's right. He said he would travel at nighttime and rest during the day in order to avoid detection.
Now, guys, we have some comments to address. We have seen the following questions repeatedly in our comment section, and we wanted to address them for you guys.
So the first question is, how close can you get to Area 51? I don't know if you guys are referring to the actual base itself or the outer perimeter where there's actually no fence around Area 51 out there. There's no fence at all. I'm not really sure if people are getting this information. You could drive right through there if you wanted to. There's no gate or no fence to go right through there. Now, up the road from the Groom Lake Road, about 2 miles up the road, there is a guard shack with those, you know, those arms that go up and down, you know, those kind of gates. That's about it though. I mean, anybody could run through there if they really wanted to. Here's another one. What happens if you cross into Area 51? So if you cross Area 51, guys, from all the video and everything we've ever seen about this, what's gonna happen is you're gonna get chased down by the camo dudes. They're gonna catch you. They're gonna have their rifles drawn. They're gonna put you on the ground and they're gonna hold you there till the sheriff's department arrives. When the sheriff's department arrives, they're gonna take you into custody. They're gonna give you a ticket. Most likely they're gonna release you. You're gonna pay $700 and that's gonna be it.
Okay, guys, so we were overwhelmed on our last video with questions about the white bus. People wanted to know if you could stick a camera on the bottom of the bus, if you could follow the bus and attempt to talk to the workers.
Yes, and if you guys try to get next to that bus, just realize everybody can go see the bus. It's literally parked in a public area that you can go to. Just to be aware that as soon as you get around that bus, you are being filmed, you're being videotaped, and you are being watched very closely. There's no chance that you're gonna put something on that bus and they're not gonna see it. So I suggest and I advise, really advise against anybody even trying that. I do suggest you can go look at it because it's completely legal and you can go look at it, but do not try to put anything on that bus. Before the bus leaves the base, the first thing that they do is they send out a few trucks that go ahead of them. They scout. A few scouting trucks and vehicles will come out of the base ahead of the bus. These guys are driving the route of the bus and seeing if anybody anybody looks suspicious or anything is out of order. If anything is suspicious or out of order, the sheriffs will immediately pick it up at that location. We should know because this literally happened to us. When we were waiting for that bus, we saw the scout come out. He stopped, he stared at us for a while, he took off, and next thing you know, from a totally different direction, the sheriff showed up. At the exact same time they dropped the bus off. They knew we were there and they watched us until the bus left safely. That was it.
Yeah, so if you try to follow the bus and try to talk to the workers, it will probably not work out because you're gonna get hassled by the police before you could do anything.
Yeah, you guys, this is so weird. This is something I wanted to touch on. This is the perfect time to touch on this. Alamo, I find to be a creepy little town. It's very creepy. The Area 51 workers definitely live there. Not all of them, of course. There's just a handful that live in this little tiny town, and they're all working together, guys. But it's hard to describe unless you go there and feel it and sense it for yourself. It is like you're entering a totally different area. It's really bizarre.
And we have also received a ton of comments about the Russian spy plane. Some people who want to act like it is not true, but guys, if you just do a quick little Google search, you will pull up a ton of sources for you about this from mainstream media. We just wanted to address that really quickly for those who act like we're like lying about it or something.
Yeah, they literally just did this 2 or 3 months ago, I think, or maybe 4 months ago. They literally just flew over the base. And also, it seems like a lot of people missed the point of that comment. It wasn't that they would like to tell us, well, yeah, we can fly over theirs too. That wasn't the point. The whole point was that Russia gets more access to the base than the people who pay for it.
Okay, guys, the next round of comments that we overwhelmingly received were comparing Area 51 to private property. Katie says, I mean, I understand what they're saying, but it is government land, and they have signs posted clearly stating not to go on it. They do warn us, so it's on us Americans if we go against that. It's like a law that they are put in place for a reason. It's kind of like an American citizen having private property. If one trespasses on their property, the owner might use force theirself, often leading to fellow American being killed.
And I don't understand this idea of comparing public property to private property, guys. The government gets all of their money from you, the taxpayer. You pay for everything the government has. It's not even comparable to say public and private. All public land is bought by public money. That means all of our tax money goes to that. So basically everything they own comes from freaking us. The government does not produce any money, you guys. They take our money and they use our money to buy this stuff. So that's not even comparing apples to apples, okay? When you're trying to compare it to private land, it's not the same thing at all. It's completely different. Another thing about Katie's statement that kind of like makes me feel a little worried about things is they think they can kill trespassers, and that's usually like on private property. And in most places that I know of, like in Nevada, trespassing is a misdemeanor. If you shot somebody just because they trespass on your property, you're gonna go to prison. Unless you're in a state of castle doctrine and they're entering your house or something else like they feel threatened, it's literally a misdemeanor.
A lot of people have also been telling us that there's a Del Taco on Google Maps that has suddenly popped up right in the middle of Area 51, and we have no idea anything about that.
Yeah, most likely someone just put that on there. I'm not really sure how. I never added things to Google Earth, so you guys could probably figure that out yourselves. But there are some pretty interesting things if you look around Area 51 that you can find, like the baseball field in the middle of Area 51. There's literally a baseball field. I would be interested to know if people actually use that field. It looks like it's really well maintained, actually.
A lot of people are saying they're going to station military on the base protected on September 20th, but people need special clearance to enter the base, not just your ordinary military personnel. So a lot of people are wondering about this.
Yeah, wondering if whether or not they will make an exception for the military personnel to not have special clearance that day. Guys, let us know what you think about that. Do you think they will station military? And if they do, will they have to have special clearance in order to be on the base, like everyone else that's on the base?
Ariel says, would they shoot down a drone camera flying?
I don't know if they could shoot it down. I mean, it would be kind of a hard target because it's so small. I know people have flown drones out there before in the restricted area. I do know they will come and take your drone if they catch you. They may have some way of jamming the signal so your drone will just fall out of the sky. I have no idea. We haven't flown our drone out there. We never break any laws when we're out there. We always try to follow the law when we're out there, and we suggest if you guys go out there, you follow the laws too.
Keith says, I'm not going, but I want to know how they get all the fuel for the vehicles to the base. I haven't seen any videos explaining this.
This is an interesting question, guys. Alamo is literally like where the workers, a lot of workers live. It's literally about 20 miles, I think, away from the base, maybe 26, and there's 2 gas stations there to get gas. If you're gonna go visit the base, you can go there to fill up.
Another question people had is, can you camp next to Area 51 on the BLM public land?
Yes, anybody can camp out on BLM land for up to 14 days for free in most locations. All around Area 51 where it's BLM land, you can camp, guys. You can go there and camp for up to 14 days.
If you camp next to the back gate, the camo dudes will keep the lights on the back gate all night long to keep an eye on you, and some YouTubers have videos documenting this and you won't be able to sleep, so that might not be the best idea.
Yeah, but you could always go on Groom Lakeside.
Alright guys, so what do you think is going to happen on September 20th?
We can give you guys our opinions. I think the first probably situation is this thing is gonna fizzle out, and I believe that a few people are still going to show up, maybe 100, maybe 200 people will show up. Most will be on the wrong side of the base because they'll follow the instructions on the Facebook page, and they'll be way over on the opposite side of the base. They won't be anywhere near it. A few people will make it to the right side of the base. I think they'll go to the base, they'll take some photos. They won't go on the base, they'll go to the signs, they'll take photos, they'll go home, and that's how I hope it goes down, because then nobody gets hurt, no one gets arrested, because we don't want anybody trespassing and getting in trouble.
I'm pretty sure this is gonna fizzle out just like a lot of other memes. I think it'll fizzle out really quickly. Maybe it'll be revived in the days coming up to the 20th of September, and then a couple people will show up, but I really don't think it's gonna be as big as some people are expecting.
That's right. Let's just pretend though that it actually happens and there's a million people that show up to storm the base and they somehow find their way onto the right side of the base. What do you think would happen? Personally, I don't think the military, unless of course the people who are doing the storm are aggressive. Of course, remember guys, it's a joke. We're pretending it's not a joke. So before anybody acts like we think it's happening, we're just pretending and just kind of like theorizing what if it happens.
Yeah, but of course, so like with anything that gets big like this, there's always a few people that, you know, want to take it seriously and show up and actually do it. That's just how it is when something goes viral.
Exactly. And of course, they're not going to be Naruto running faster than the bullets, guys. Yeah. But if some people did and they marched on there when they were all holding American flags and they didn't show aggression, I can't see our military killing our own people. I know some of them will follow orders blindly, but I also know some will also take their oath to uphold the Constitution seriously. And if they were just a peaceful protest walking on the base, I don't see them opening fire on our American citizens.
But what do you guys think? Make sure you let us know in the comments down below.
One more comment really quickly is a lot of people are always talk about the Constitution and say, well, you know, the Constitution is just a piece of paper and all this and that. They always try to discredit the Constitution. But what I want to just mention is the Constitution is literally the law of the land. If you disregard the Constitution, then you are disregarding the law of the land. And it's really ironic because we get a lot of people who comment and tell us that, oh, the base doesn't have to follow the Constitution. It's not part of the Constitution, which is completely interesting to say because the Constitution is literally the law of the land. And they wrote the Constitution in order to restrict the government, because you have to remember when our country was founded, it was founded after being a huge battle against a government that was overbearing, taxation without representation. People always tell me, who cares about your taxes? We literally fought a war over taxation without representation, guys. So that was what the freaking Revolutionary War was about. So the Constitution is the law of the land. Anyone violating the Constitution is violating the law of the land. If you're going to disregard the law of the land, then why don't you disregard all the other laws on the books, like trespassing on a military installation?
Okay guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and smash the bell so if we go out there ASAP, you won't miss it. Be sure to hit the like button and don't forget to check out the links in the description below. Again, we have tons of videos at Area 51. You guys won't want to miss those. Go click on those right now and we will see you guys next time.
That's right. And also, if you guys want us to keep updating us with another video, let us know in the comments below.
Bye.